Hi, I'm Jen from JenThereDoneThat, and today I'm answering viewer questions. Most of these came in from watching my Living in Puerto Rico 9-year update. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, I will wait. This is your chance. Go ahead and watch it now. Okay. Thank you so much for watching my 9-year update Living in Puerto Rico video. I had so many positive comments and it's been a rough week. I really needed that. I am going to answer some of the questions and respond to some of the comments that were left through YouTube, some sent in through Facebook, a couple on Instagram. I'll do my best to answer them. A lot of them were asking kind of similar questions, so hopefully I can address them all here. First of all, there were so many positive comments. Really, it was very nice to have that encouragement. So thank you all. Thank you for watching the video. And thank you for leaving positive, encouraging comments. I really do appreciate that. Now, not everybody was positive. There were a lot of comments criticizing my Espanol. So when I say I don't speak Spanish, I mean I don't speak Spanish fluently. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you have seen somewhat, but I do speak Spanish badly. My grammar is atrocious. I struggle with masculine, feminine. I never know which it is, and I have a very limited vocabulary. I actually went to a bilingual elementary school as a child. So I grew up with kids from Mexico and Guatemala and all kinds of Spanish speaking. And so I know a lot of good cuss words. I'm really good at the cuss words. It was elementary school. I also have the vocabulary of a first or second grader. That is the biggest challenge for me. And I work on my vocabulary on a regular basis. I've tried Duolingo, and all I got from Duolingo was y como manzanas. And I can conjugate how different people eat apples, which has not been particularly beneficial whatsoever on this island. Before I had surgery, I knew my medical vocabulary was non-existent. So I went through a couple modules on healthcare and medicine to just help me prepare and be able to actually speak. So that has been helpful, and I'm really good with food and drinks and going and eating out. And I go to my local post office, and he knows I am an English speaker, but I get the same postal workers at my little local post office. And I was in just the other day, and I did the entire transaction in Espanol, and he gave me the muy bueno. I did good. I got it right. So I get a lot of encouragement that way, but I do practice cada día, un poquito poquito. I practice every single day, a little bit at a time, and my accent is very controversial. So some people in the comments say, "Oh, I wish you would learn how to pronounce Puerto Rico," and then other people are like, "Oh, I love how you pronounce Puerto Rico," and it's the same to me. Like I said, there are just certain words that I can't wrap my mouth around, so I struggle with them. I will always have a funny accent. I say 80, 80, weird apparently. And the other day I was talking to a friend and I said 25, and he said, wait, 25? And I said, sí, 25, 25, yes. And he said, oh, the way you said it almost sounded like 35, 35. And I go, I try. I have a weird accent. I practice every single day. I'm working on it. I am much better hearing Spanish and understanding than trying to speak it. Again, limited vocabulary. There are words that if I don't, I won't know the word to say it, but when I hear it, it makes sense of what it is, either because it's, Latin based, or it's very similar to a word I know in French. And when somebody says, escuche, to listen, it's very similar to the French écouter, to listen. And so there are a lot of words in my vocabulary that I don't know I know until I hear them and go, oh, based on the context and how that word sounds, I know what that means. So I just will, I am not fluent enough where I feel comfortable in a professional setting speaking Spanish. It just takes me too long to form the words. I speak very slowly because I'm translating from English to my very limited vocabulary in Spanish, and then trying to remember what words I know. So it's a long process. All of that to say, somebody actually said this to me. They said, your Spanish is not perfect, but it's understandable. And I said, well, I'm communicating my thought. That's probably as good as it gets. And everybody was asking about some of the animals. So here is one of my wild animals now. All of my cats are rescue cats or came with the house that were rescue cats. Some of the other comments or questions that have come up, tell us how you like the Puerto Rican food, the people, the San Sebastian Street Festival in San Juan, etc. So, oh my gosh, I love food. I'm really good at food, and got those. So some of my favorite foods are things that don't translate properly. Ropa viejo is old dress, literally translated as old dress, but it is my favorite. It's one of my favorite dishes, and it's a beef stew, and it's delicious. I love bacalao, the salted codfish. I love aquaporias. Just found a new company that makes aquaporias from malanga root, which is delicious. Found them at a farmer's market. And yeah, I eat a lot of traditional, like the casitas are the cheese pastries for breakfast or anytime during the day. They're delicious. What else? What else, buddy? What are some of my other favorite dishes? I love tostones. That's the fried plantains that are smashed and then fried again. And then tostones de pana are the breadfruit tostones, and those are my extra favorites. All right, what else do we have on here? Oh, the people. The people here are wonderful. I have so many friends and neighbors and family, and they're very warm, giving, and once you gain their trust and their friendship, their family. And I can't say enough about my friends and family here. I just, the people here are really great, and I have wonderful neighbors and I have wonderful friends. It's the San Sebastian Street Festival. Yes, Sanse in Old San Juan. Great annual event. I love the festivals. I've been to the Festival de China in Las Marias. That's the Orange Festival in Las Marias. The kite festivals. There's a festival for everything. I love it. I still have not been to all of them yet, but I will be going to more and more, as many as I can get to. The municipal communications. A couple people asked me what I meant by that. So Cabo Rojo and Ceiba are really good at sending out communications, and the examples are, there was a new recreational center that just opened up in town, and they provide updates on that. There was a bridge under construction. They were giving an update about that. When there's an education or some kind of community event, they're very good about notifying the residents that it's going on, how it impacts them, where it is, etc. Some of the cultural differences, most when I moved here, I was constantly looking at where's the website, who has a website, what's on their website. And if they had a website, it was probably outdated or not current. Most people here rely on like Google Maps, Google reviews, and they call. Very few people expect to go to a website and actually find current information. They call the business or they'll drive by and stop and visit the business. Oh my goodness, somebody really needs attention today. He's just one of 7. This is Barnum. And he was rescued in Cabo Rojo and has been with me through a couple moves now. A couple people asked me regarding retirement income and how much savings to move here. It completely depends on where you're moving. Are you single? Are you married? Do you have kids? How old are your kids? What's your lifestyle like? It's not an easy answer. Look at what your cost of living is going to be. If you have the children, you're going to need another vehicle. Living in San Juan versus living in the rest of the island is a huge difference of the cost of living. And then if you live in San Juan, you may not need a vehicle, or you only need one vehicle per household. And if you live out in the country, you need more than one vehicle, or definitely need a vehicle. What's the best area to move for a family from the mainland with little kids? Again, it depends on your lifestyle. I know a bunch of people that moved to Rincon and love it. I know a bunch of people that have moved to Palmas del Mar. They love it. There's people that they want to be in Condado and they want to be closer to San Juan. So there's some really great family communities. It's just a matter of where do you want to be, and then get involved with the community. Join the parent groups and have a hobby, or just get connected with people, and you'll make friends. Let's see. What business opportunities have you spotted that could work in Puerto Rico that you're baffled as to why no one has done it yet? Not new businesses necessarily, but plumbers, mechanics, electricians. It seems like you can never find enough of them. I'm constantly struggling to find somebody for whatever is broken this time. Usually a vehicle, a car. And when my F-150 pickup truck had transmission problems, I took it to several Ford dealers, and every single one said, oh, it's a minimum month wait for an appointment. And then trying to find mechanics that aren't at a dealership that can work on a Ford, that could do it's. I truly believe if you have those trade skills like mechanic, electrician, plumber, you will do very well on this island, because we just need more of them. And we need more doctors and nurses and everything in the medical field too. What's the best to worst municipality for setting up business that you've encountered? And I don't like to name and shame, but I will say that Ceiba and Cabo Rojo have been really business friendly. I know Caguas is very business friendly. So some of the other places I've lived just have not been as business friendly, and maybe that's changed. I hope it's changed. Do you miss snow? I grew up in the desert, so if I wanted to see snow, I would drive to see snow. I haven't seen snow in years. I don't miss it. There are times where it was nice to be able to drive up to the snow, but it's not a high priority for me. I guess I can still get on a plane and go visit snow if I need to. But I think the last place I saw snow was I was in New York on a business trip, and it snowed. And what's the process for adopting a sato? So a sato is our just kind of our mutt, dogs. It's the mixed breed dogs that we have everywhere. They tend to have a lot of Chihuahua in them. They tend to be smaller terriers, whatever blend, but it's very easy to adopt a Sato. If you're in Puerto Rico, contact Save a Sato. Every municipality has an animal rescue group you can contact and say, I would like to adopt a dog, I'd like to foster, help them out. If you are in the States and you want to adopt a Sato, I know that there are a bunch of animal rescues that ship Satos and Gatos, our cats, off to the mainland. And you can specifically, I know there's ones in Texas and Florida, there's anywhere where it's a direct flight from Puerto Rico, you'll see a lot of Satos available for adoption. And you can just go to a local shelter, and some of the shelters, the rescue organizations here on the island will even tell you, oh, this dog is going to this shelter. I know Brooklyn Cat Cafe in Brooklyn was great for taking a bunch of our cats because they get them into fosters, they get them into forever homes. And I know that Satos all throughout the United States as well, but typically the direct flights out just because it's cheaper and easier to get them to the States. But there's a lot of Sato dogs for adoption. Another question, outside of Palmas, do I feel safe? Yes. I've also talked about this one before. I travel all over the island, frequently by myself, and I've never felt scared. I've never felt in danger. I was driving to Fajardo with a friend of mine, got a flat tire, and a car pulled up in front of me, blocked that front of my vehicle, and then another truck pulled up behind me. And normally I would feel boxed in and be a little nervous, but I wasn't at all. They were protecting me from the traffic, and it was very deliberate. I could tell they were protecting me. I felt completely safe. They helped get the flat tire off, change into my spare tire, really nice, and I felt safe the entire time. I can run around at 10 o'clock at night in any municipality center, and the Mercado, the plaza, and feel fine. I feel very safe. I am aware of my surroundings, and I try not to do anything too stupid, but don't take photos or video in La Perla. Be careful where you're going. Don't buy or sell drugs. There's some really easy ways to avoid feeling unsafe on this island. What are the animals' jobs? Well, as I mentioned, the cats are all cute and cuddly. They also protect the chickens and the ducks from predators. We have hawks, we have mongoose, we do have snakes, so they are the protection. They are our guard cats. The chickens and the ducks, obviously they lay eggs, and we just had a duck egg shortage, and I found the reason is we had 7 ducklings born this week. So here are my ducks, my brand new baby ducks. Look at that proud mama and her chicks. This is why we haven't had duck eggs. So the ducks are great at pest control. They eat all the bugs, the worms, the everything. Anything that's eating my cucumbers and zucchini and lettuce, the chickens are eating those bugs. Hello, chickens. Mira. Our sheep are sun-powered natural organic lawnmowers. So they help us keep the pasture grass cut down. They're an excellent source of fertilizer, and they're very good for the soil, the earth, just walking around. Many people have asked me if we're going to milk our sheep, and I only have one mom and I have a couple boys. So I think when I address some of the farming, I'm going to give some basic farming knowledge. Things that I thought were pretty basic either are forgotten or maybe you don't know. But I was talking about a couple male goats, billy goats, and someone asked me if I was going to be milking them. You don't milk boys. So that may happen in the future if I get a bunch more girls that have babies. But for right now, they are lawnmowers. That's their primary purpose. And that's the same for sheep or goats or any other livestock we would bring on is they would have a very specific purpose. We do not have cows or horses. We don't have the land for it, and I don't want animals that big. Our sheep and goats do a good job eating what we need them to eat. So overall, the response to my 9-year update living in Puerto Rico video was very positive. And when I mentioned, turning this into a farm channel, a lot of you were very encouraging. You want to see more of my crazy animals, what we're doing here. And some people have asked, when can we see your farm? And other people have asked, how can I become a farmer? So I will put together some farming content as well, or just talking about a little bit about it. If you have specific farming questions, leave them here. I'll try to address them. I really like this. You send me questions and I just answer them. This is a very easy, lazy way to create videos for you that are hopefully entertaining and educational. So thank you very much for watching. I truly appreciate all of the support and the kind words. It was really good to hear. So thank you, and thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can see more of my videos living in Puerto Rico and farming and answering your questions. It's time to harvest some cucumbers. We've got a bunch that are ready and a few that just need another day or so back here.